All right, then. Let's go. Off to the races. Let me check this. Levels look good. Shoo! Yep, looking good. Welcome to episode 22 of the Trey Smith Perspective. I am Trey Smith. This is my perspective. Shout out to the YouTube viewership, Spotify listenership, Podbean listenership. Fuck you, Apple, because you just won't accept my podcast. I'm convinced you just don't like me. And that's fine. That's fine, dude. Because other than your cell phones and your earbuds and your laptops and your watches, all that other shit, I don't really like you either. I'm using an HP anyway. Fucker. Maybe that's what it's about. I go to download the pod, it recognizes my IP, traces that back to my laptop, sees it's on Windows, and goes, not here. Not on our watch. Whatever. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all algorithms. Fuck y'all's Don Cheadle. This episode is late. Unfortunately, just did not have time to get it out when I initially wanted to. That is my fault. But, hey, we're here. Better late than never, but never late is better. They say time is money, and we'll spend it together. The only reason I really hate missing a week, because, obviously I hate missing a week because I hate letting the listeners down. Obviously, I hate letting you guys down. But I hate letting myself down, feeling like I missed my week-to-week minimum. But I would rather wait a week and actually be able to shoot a podcast that I'm not completely ashamed to put out than rush something or put out a 15 to 20-minute piece of poo and end up feeling like I could have just done something better. So it stinks. We still, by some miracle, may end up getting this out. If I do, then holy shit balls and roni. But I'm just not seeing the time to edit and upload at all in my future. But hey, you never know. I know it is in my future. On March 4th, I will be watching The Batman by Matt Reeves with Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, Colin Farrell. I will be watching that shit. That's for sure. Facts. It's almost time to restart. You've chosen. You see, this is... I just big up. Straying away from Batman for a second. I just big upped HP, right? I just big upped HP. And then, like clockwork, as soon as I'm filming a pod, it's time to restart for an update. How about no? How about not now? How about not every time I'm recording? How about I have it set to do updates on off times, like off hours, on times when I'm not using the laptop? Not when I'm in the middle of recording a pod, you stupid motherfucker. Now I'm off track. Hold on, let me stop. Reset the gears here. All right, Matt Reeves Batman. Looks fucking great. The only thing I don't like is the nose piece of the suit, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. It kind of looks like it looks like a cheap piece of leather, and it sits over his nose weird. I know that's a super weird gripe. You just talked about how good the trailer was and how excited you are, and you come away with this gripe. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm the only one that probably has this gripe too. But the nose piece on the mask, it looked weird. It looked a little weird. Now, I either expect him to have a different suit by the end of the movie or in the sequel, because this movie's going to get a sequel. Believe me. This shit looks fire. And when Batman's done right, when Batman's done correctly, i.e. the whole Christopher Nolan trilogy, the Arkham Knight game, or the Arkham games, when Batman is done right, Batman is the best superhero. Don't at me. It's a fact. He's got the best villains. He's got the whole rogue gallery of A-tier villains. He's got the whole Gotham City ambiance. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's grounded. And Batman is just he's on the fucking hinge of just like you see a man dedicating his life to justice, but he's on the moral hinge, and it could snap it. Like he won't kill anybody, but he'll beat the living fuck out of you. He'll beat you till you're a vegetable, but he won't kill you. It's like Batman's sick and fucked up in the head, bro. Batman's fucked up. And I support it. But you can't tell me that Batman Begins, dope Batman movie, best Batman intro movie, origin story movie, I mean. Dark Knight, still top 3 superhero movie ever. Heath Ledger's Joker, still the best Joker. I don't care what nobody say. 3. The Dark Knight Rises, not as good as the previous, but still, fantastic movie, filmed in Pittsburgh. Big up. All the Arkham games. Fantastic. Michael Keaton's Batman. Fantastic. We're not going to talk about the George Clooney, Val Kilmer Batman. We ain't going to talk about it. Because I did say when Batman's done right. When he's done wrong, it can be some of the worst shit ever. Fucking Batman v Superman. I don't care, dude. Affleck was good as Batman. Yeah, Affleck was good as Batman. I didn't like the suit. Sorry, I didn't like the suit. And he was borderline fat man, not Batman. Sorry, no, he's just super big. No, he was 2 sandwiches away from being chunky fat, from being fat man. No, fat man. Not to say a fat man can't be Batman. I'm not fucking weight shaming here. I'm just saying. Looked like a little meatball. I did like him more in the Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I actually did enjoy him in Batman v Superman, but Batman v Superman just lacked so much logic and fucking and good writing. It lacked it. So I mean, just didn't do the character justice. But I did like him in the Snyder cut of Justice League. I did like Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman. I just don't like his suit, and I don't like how borderline fat man he is. I'm just saying, not weight shaming. I'm just saying, if Batman wants to be thick with 2 C's, he can do it. It's just my preference. Kevin Conroy, I think that's his name, who plays Batman in the animated series, which is the best animated series, other than the Spider-Man animated series. The only difference, I think, between the two is that sometimes the Batman one wasn't afraid to cross the line sometimes. It would get a little fucked up. The Spider-Man one kind of always played it safe. But still, both fucking great animated series. And those are probably why those are my 2 favorite superheroes. Top 5 favorite superheroes: Spider-Man, Batman, Deadpool, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Yes, I can do that because they were those characters for 10 fucking years. And like they were those characters so well to the point that the comic books started writing to those characters. Like, they took the character on the page and made it something completely different for a whole new generation. That's why Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, irreplaceable. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool also, but Deadpool, I think, was kind of based on, like, Ryan Reynolds as a whole. Like, so you can't really have one without the other. But fucking Batman, man, those villains, it's Joker, Scarecrow, Two-Face, Penguin, Riddler, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, Killer Croc, Deadshot. There's just so many villains. You can't put it, and it's the same with Spider-Man, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Venom, Carnage, Scorpion, Rhino, Vulture. It's just, bruh, it's different with those two. Those two are on a tier higher because of their villains. And I'm super hyped for the Batman on March 4th. That trailer was phenomenal. Robert Pattinson's going to kill it. For one, because he's a fucking phenomenal actor. And for two, Matt Reeves, great director. And 3, it looked like they got the Riddler doing some, like, Saw-esque shit. Like, you gotta, like, solve the riddles to survive or you're gonna blow the fuck up. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for it. I'm super excited for No Way Home on December 17th, I think, and Batman on March 4th. So I'm looking forward to getting my superhero fix. Only thing I really need is a Deadpool movie now. We're not getting any more Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. We're not getting any more Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but we're still getting the other three, and I'm hyped for it. If Disney doesn't just bury Deadpool, which I'm hoping they don't. I still don't think they've really figured out how to incorporate him into these movies. They say they're working on it, but I think that they're struggling. Other than that, man, I've been playing Far Cry 6, which I'm not going to get too deep into because I want to beat it first. I think I'm about 35% through the story and 12 hours of gameplay or whatever. Not even halfway. So far, in my opinion, has the makings to be the best Far Cry yet. Easily. The whole map is just the whole island feels like I'm fucking like perusing Miami kind of. The music, the tone, the ambiance, the personality just from the island itself, let alone all of the people. They love me as soon as I got called Baby Tigre. Yes. Yeah, I've loved all the characters. I love the story so far. Juan Carlo Esposito, as long as the writing is half decent, he's going to be a fantastic villain. Like, that's a no fucking brainer. The graphics are fucking crazy. Yeah, as soon as I beat that, I'm going to get into an in-depth review on it. But yeah, so far, I love the island, love the characters, love the controls, gameplay. All in all, I think so far has the makings, if they're able to stick the landing through the story, to be the best Far Cry. Like, I've 12 hours in, I haven't felt that monotony yet that you normally feel with Far Cries. They found a good way to kind of make it feel less monotonous, less grindy, even while still having some of their bullshit microtransactions in there. I think Ubisoft did a great job with this so far. It's still got those random Far Cry glitches that are always in there for the first month or two of the game. You're just going to have those. Like, you're just walking down the street and all of a sudden, bing, 2 helicopters shooting at you, and you're dead. Or I'm in a conversation with a dude. I fast travel somewhere. One of my gorillas has a mission for me. I go to talk to him. While I'm talking to him, horse runs him over out of nowhere. So things like that happen, but that's like part of the charm of Far Cry, is those wonky glitches. Been watching a fuck ton of The Sopranos. I told y'all I was watching it with my lady. I have since abandoned my lady because she couldn't keep up with my speed of Sopranos intake. I've been on a fucking bender. Like I told y'all, I know like the gist of everything, but I've never seen it all the way through. So fucking good. Like, I could tell how this show is the show that kickstarted all my other favorite shows. Like, without this, there's no Breaking Bad, no Dexter, no Weeds, no Sons of Anarchy. All that shit, which you can ask anybody, is like the shows I go to anytime anyone asks what my favorite shows are. This show, you could tell, is the reason all of it exists. The writing is so good. The characters are great. I'm about halfway through season 3, I think. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, oh, Tony, man, it's hard for me to keep rooting for you. It really is. But James Gandolfini played him extremely well. The acting is fucking crazy all through the show. Obviously, everybody who's seen it knows that. I'm like super late to the party, but yeah, I am a huge, huge fan. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's how Dexter was able to do that. That's how Blank's able to do that. That's how Weeds is able to do that. Like, and it's surprisingly funny as fuck. I'm hoping that it's able to stick the landing though all the way through, which I think it will because I've never heard anything otherwise. But like, I mean, like, from a writing standpoint, season in and season out, keep me invested. What I mean by that is it's done a good job so far of keeping me invested, even though I know what happens. And that's how you know the writing is really fucking good. When you like know all the spoilers, you know all the twists and turns, yet you're still invested. Now, Dexter, as incredible as a show it is, incredible of a show as it is, fuck, it struggles with that. It's hard for me to sometimes go back and rewatch Dexter knowing what happens because the writing isn't as strong in some places. This doesn't have that problem. Like Weeds, around season 5 or 6, Weeds' writing started to go extremely downhill. Not for any of the female characters. All the male characters had been reduced to just complete, like, one. They had one trait, and all the men were dumb, meatheads, stupid, caused all the trouble. When we start the season, Kevin's like the mayor of Agrestic. Yeah, he's a pothead, but he's a functioning, he's cooking the books a little bit, but he's smart, he's great with numbers. Kevin's a fucking idiot by the end of the goddamn show. Well, he ends up starting a cult and kind of coming back around. But even then, like, how far, like, what the fuck? Like, he was a complete idiot for, like, 2 seasons. Silas ended up, like, looking like the smartest dude on the show for about a 2-3 season span, and he was a fucking moron. He was all beauty, no brains for a long time. He was great with growing tree, and he could sell tree. So he ended up looking like the smartest character for a long time. Shane was annoying the whole fucking show. Little Kid Shane was okay. I've ended up on a Weeds rant, and I don't know how. But little Kid Shane was okay. When he grew up, fucking annoying. As soon as his voice started to change, he was the most annoying character on the fucking show. Andy was the only dude that was, like, consistent from start to finish of the show. And he was kind of like he was like a cuck, silly dum-dum the whole show. He was hilarious, and he brought a lot of charm. But his writing was a little wee throughout the whole thing. Genji Kohan hated dudes. You could tell Genji Kohan had, like, a disdain for dudes for some years. Because the writing went from, like, having respectable male characters to they're all stooges for a while. Anyway, I didn't want to fucking get on a frickin' Weeds rant. Ugh. Probably should touch on some music. Don Toliver's album has been the only really new music that I've been listening to. I've touched on the Young Thug album, but I'm probably just gonna save that for next week. Yeah, the Don Toliver album has been the only one that's kind of had my attention the last week. I haven't listened to much music. I've actually gone back and been listening to Joyce Rice a lot this week. I've listened to her album Overgrown. It came out a while ago, but for some reason that's just where my vibage was. But yeah, Life of a Don by Don Toliver. This is definitely his best project that I've heard, in my opinion. He seemed to struggle for me with putting together, like, complete projects that I could listen to from start to finish. That's my opinion. This one did not have that problem. I made it through start to finish. I liked a handful of songs right off the bat, i.e. Double Standard, Escape, Flocky Flocky 5 Times, 2 a.m., etc., etc. The whole album is good. And then I was about halfway through Young Thug's album. I made it to Bubbly with Drake and Travis Scott, which I like a lot. And then I think I took a piss or I took a shit. I ended up having, like, a small conversation because I was listening to it at work in my headphones. And then I found myself listening to the Don Toliver album again, for the rest of the day. That was how my day went. And I also was listening to the Lil Durk, Lil Baby album. I made a playlist with for some reason my vibe took me to the Lil Durk, Lil Baby album, Voice of the Heroes, which I'm pretty sure I touched on this pod. It came out back in, I think, June or July or something. I think I touched on it here. That's a really good album. The collab album between Durk and Lil Baby. Yeah, I made a playlist with that, Don Toliver's album, and Joyce Rice, and I was just listening to that. Oh, and Faces by Mac Miller. The whole album is now officially on DSPs. I thought it hit a couple weeks ago, but that was just the single. Now the whole album is on DSPs. Check that out as well if you're a Mac Miller fan. If you are a Mac Miller fan, you probably already know about it. Fucking Here We Go, Friends with Schoolboy Q, Insomniac, Diablo, Colors and Shapes, Inside Out, Inside Outside. Y'all know about Rain with Vince Staples. Y'all know about this album. I don't know if it's Mac's best project. Honestly, I like Swimming a lot. Swimming is, for a long time, movies with the sound off was my favorite Mac project. Swimming might top it because I really like Swimming a lot. But this one's up there. Mac's discography is vastly underrated. Or I don't even know if it's underrated. It's just not talked about as much as it should be. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. It's always good to go back and listen to that. Other than that, man, I don't know what else to really get into on this speed run episode. I was at work the other day and the receiver called off, so I kind of had to do dairy and watch the shipping area because I was trained to do it before I went into dairy, so I'm able to sign people in and stuff. And the fucking dock broke. There's like this spring-loaded Jigamirage. I'm good with fucking tools and shit, you could tell. There's this spring-loaded Jigamajoo thingamagoob that like has like it goes like it allows the trucks to kind of like back into the dock and not hit the dock. But it's got this like arm piece that sticks up and it's held in with, I'm doing a horrible job at describing this, but just fucking bear with me. It's got like an arm piece that sticks up and it's got a pin in it that holds it to the base gigamaboob that's spring loaded. Well, I guess the fucking arm piece, which typically hits the bottom of the truck as it's backing up and then pushes the rest down, which allows the truck to back up, broke off. So this truck backs up and it's just clanging against the top of the gigamabob and it can't go down. So the truck driver comes in and he's like, hey man, I think the pin broke on this thing. What you can do is actually, if you trust me, just stand on this. Stand on it. It's spring loaded. And I could back over it. And once I'm over it, you just hop off, wave your hand around, and then I can back up. Now, most people would probably be a little bit apprehensive to put their foot down there and trust a guy to not crush your fucking whole leg with a fucking 5-ton truck delivering cheese and shit, cheese and eggs and shit, a whole pallet of it. But this dude had the hillbilly in him. I could tell. Like, this dude has been in ATV. Like, the fact that he immediately went to like, nah, just stand on it, spring loaded, back up. The fact that he had an audible already like able to be called told me this dude's ridden quads, ATVs. He's driven trucks with multiple trailers hitched to him. This dude knows what he's doing. Now, if it had been me, in his situation, I'd have walked around and been like, no, what do you want to do? Do you want to... I mean, I could just throw all the shit from the truck over to the shit. No, you don't want to do that? Yeah, it's probably not a good... Fuck, man, I don't know what we're going to do. But the fact that he immediately walked in and was like, nah, bang, bang, boom, bam, ba, ba, splah, hickamaboo, ba, 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 I'm going to back up, get the shit off, leave. Like, I could just... You could just tell. There's certain people that you could just tell. Like, oh, no, this dude, I trust this dude. So I stand on it. He backs up. I hop off immediately. I wave my arm out the side. He backs up, comes in. He's like, good job. I'm like, fuck. I put my life in your hands, sir. I could see it. If we were out in the wilderness, I could see it. This dude's my buddy. I could just tell. I could just tell. I don't fucking know, man. You guys are the best. You guys are the bestest. I suppose I could give a continuation or give some closure to the cat story that I started on, I think in episode 20, where there was the fucking homeless cat living in my basement. Well, I've since moved the cat out of the basement. Is now upstairs in the laundry room. Still can't have it like out in the mix because dog will fucking moiter it. I fucking tried to introduce him one time. Took him back there on a leash. Tigger just sat in the cage and just acted like an idiot. Like, just didn't move. Dexter's just barking in his face. Roar, 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 roar. Just won't move. So I'm after I kill about 14 brain cells just listening to that for about 45 straight seconds. I take the dog and I'm done with it. I put him in the kitchen. I'm sick of it. So, next day, I take the dog in again. Cat's sitting there. Cat comes out of his cage this time to, like, introduce himself to the dog. Now, be it, I have, like, the cage that the cat, like, has his little castle in on, like, a table. So, it's, like, up, like, there's a chair, and then the table, and then the cage. So, it's like he's got, like, a little fucking, like, patio. You know what I'm saying? So he comes out and he, like, walks out onto his little, you know, wood grain patio. And there's just a fucking ferocious lab paw just grabs him right off the table, flings him into the wall, and then he just runs into the corner, and all I hear for the next 2.5 minutes is... And I feel horrible. Now I feel like a big, dumb, fucking awful piece of shit because I'm like, oh, I brought this thing in here to make it feel safe, and now it don't feel safe. It feels like it's going to get jumped by any minute. I feel like it's going to get jumped any minute by this fucking fat-ass motherfucker right here. My dog's very chunky. And he's barking so much his eyes are fucking all blood red. So now, a decision was made. The dog will not be introduced to the cat no more. So that's been the setup for like the last week and a half. Cat's just been living in the laundry room. It's finally started going in the litter box, which, by the way, last episode I was all stressing like, man, I didn't know if this cat was shitting. I've never been so happy to see cat poop. I thought the cat wasn't shitting. Turns out the cat was shitting everywhere. Everywhere. Every dark corner, there was poop and pee. All like in the one section of the house, like where the cobwebs are the most, are the deepest. Like there's forests of them. Like back, there's an old workbench down there. He was jumping in the workbench, shitting, running back out. And I'm sitting there wondering for days, like, oh man, where's this fucking, I hope you're going to the bathroom, bud. Because you're eating and drinking, I don't see it. Did I breathe? Did I do something? And then I see one and I'm like, yes! Come to find out, it got a little hot that day and it was like, ooh. Oh yeah. Go down there with a flashlight and a goddamn torch. Burn away all the cobwebs. Burn away all the cobwebs. Yo, every time I do this pod, I end up assassinating something. Fucking gnats. Fuck with me. You wanna fuck on me? Fuck on us, yeah? Hold on, I think I see another one, dude. I don't know if I got that one. Stay tuned. It was at like a downward sloping angle, so I don't know if I spiked it into the ground. Wait. Hold on, dude. Hold the fuck on. What other podcast is going to take you around the room with a fly swatter? Hold up. I don't see the little fucker. Where you at, Kimosabi? I found him. Hold up. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Yeah! Drop it and just drop it like it's hot and come back and pod like nothing ever happened. Fuck with me. I hate gnats. And flies. And there's always gnats and or flies because no matter how many screen doors we put on the side door, to the fenced out yard, the dogs run through it and break it. So there's no screen there. So every time you open it, you just see there's at least like 4 swarming every time you open it in the center of the porch. And then as soon as you open it, you hear, now boys, go, 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 in file, go, go. And then it's all fly. You're like, all right, well, I guess I'll murder those later. So the fucking cat, dude. It had like gotten comfortable back there, living back there for like a week and a half. That was just the new setup. I come home one day, baby fucking kitten. This house is now apparently a fucking animal shelter, rescue animal shelter, baby kitten. Not just a baby kitten, big ass tick on it, dude. Big ass tick. Like full to the brim. Like felt like you know those bobby pins that are like not bobby pins. Those like thumbtacks that are like fucking, they're like decorative thumbtacks. They're like with the circles. It was like that fucking thick. Like, so I go to Walmart and I buy something to pull this fucking tick out. I come home. I'm looking on his neck. I can't find it. I can't find the tick. The baby. On the fucking baby. Tigger has been hiding for a day and a half because he has been pissed about the infant arriving. I'm not too thrilled about it myself. But again, apparently this is a fucking animal shelter. And we're just bringing in all the lost creatures. Why couldn't it have been a dog? Why couldn't I come home and just found a puppy? A puppy, I'd have been fucking stoked, dude. But again, this fucking thing has ticks. Had a tick on it. I'm looking for the tick. Can't find the fucking tick. What the fuck? So I'm looking around the basement, and there it is, dude. This round black ball laying in what looked like a pool of sweat on the floor. Like this thing's just laying there. Like he'd just been feasting on this kitty for I don't know how long. And I get up, and dude, I don't know why it grossed me out so bad, but I stepped on it, and the amount of pressure that I felt blow up under my foot shook my fucking spine, dude. I don't know. I stepped on it, and it, like, it was such a loud pop, and the pressure, I felt the pressure shoot up my foot through my cat. Like, bro, if you've ever stepped on a full tick, like a filled up, full of blood tick, I don't know if you can contest to this or not. It was like the fucking most disgusting insect encounter I've ever had, dude. It shook me to my fucking core. I don't know why. I'm a bitch, for one. I know that, but I still don't get why this. I'm a bitch, but like I've still killed mad shit. I just murdered however many flies, dude, and I kill spiders all the time. Fucking cockroaches. I haven't seen a cockroach in my life. I don't know what. I'm capping now, but still, like I'm saying, this shouldn't have grossed me out this way, but just the amount of it felt like I stepped on a full ketchup packet, but with all of it was fucking stuffed into the little fucking pea-sized ball. Oh, dude, it was nasty. And then the fucking I'm cleaning it up, and it's like purple and anyway, this tick-infested kitten. Now the tick's gone. Feel confident about it. This thing's about, roughly guesstimate, we think about 8 to 12 weeks. So we're scrubbing it up. Give it a little baby bath, just a little one, just because it was fucking diarrheaing all over the place because it was eating grown cat food and then just spurting diarrhea blobs all over the fucking place. I'm sure that may have played into Tigger's fucking like the noises this dude was making. He was being such a pouty little grouch, and he still is right now. But we fucking giving the little one a bath, and then drying it off. I'm holding it up. I'm trying to see if it's a boy or girl, and then I see just like ticks, not ticks, fucking 3 fleas just run up. I don't know if you're like me. As soon as I saw the fleas run across its belly, I have fleas now. Like, my whole body started itching. I was like, fuck, dude. It's fuck. I need to shave my whole body. Like, I was I was instantly like done with the cat for the night. I was like, just draw it up. I'm throwing it back there and I'm getting a fucking shower, okay? Cuz they're on me, dude. They weren't. Like, one did actually run on me, and it ran on my hand, and I grabbed it and threw in the fucking toilet and flushed it. But, like, I don't know if you're like me. I'm just like that. Like, it could have been a flea. It could have been an ant. And I would have instantly been like, it's all over me. It's all fucking over me. They're in my fucking eyes. Like, so dramatic. So, there's now 2 cats living in my laundry room. No, a cat and a kitten. I went out and bought the fucking tick shit today to like squirt on their back. I'm gonna get the shampoo sometime this week and give them both full tick baths. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. Again, puppy would have been dope. Puppy would have been pretty dope. But the good thing about this little dude is, like, at least, like, he's not declawed. So he walked right over to the litter box, started scooping around a little bit, and was like, I think I can shit here. Took a piss, buried it, took a shit, buried it, and then walked away. And I was like, been alive for 17 seconds. This dude's been alive for 25 minutes. And he's already figured out how to shit in the litter box. And I looked at Tigger and I was like, you should feel ashamed. And I couldn't really even get a word out because all he said was, still don't know if it's a boy or girl. I was looking and I was like, I think it's a girl. I don't know. Is that a cat dick? Or is that a cat pussy? I was like, I felt weird now. I was like, fuck, it's a boy forever. And it's a boy. It's a, I don't know. We don't know what pronouns it wants to be called anyway, dude. So that's his choice, their choice. That's their choice. And then I put it down and walked away. Should I edit that? It's been a while since I've had to ask that. Should I have to edit that? Fuck it, I don't know. I thought last week was a pretty solid all-around episode. Well, not last week. Again, I might end up just sitting on this pod for a whole week because I don't see the time to edit it coming around the corner anytime soon. Like, hey, here you go. So I might just sit on this for a week and put it out. But 21 I thought was a pretty good episode. And then, here we go with this poop. But anyway, y'all, appreciate you for tuning in. As always, you're the greatest. Subscribe to the YouTubes, you know, the social medias, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the Facebookes, you know, all of that. Is that offensive? Should I edit that again? Fuck, dude. Subscribe to the YouTube, follow on social media. Be beautiful, stay beautiful. Love you guys, and I will see you next time.